Good morning, everyone. My name is Mike Futch, and I'm here from Tompkins Robotics. I'm at the Modex show here in Atlanta, the biggest material handling show we've had in 2 years. It's pretty exciting, a lot of people and a lot of firms here. But today I want to talk to you about Tompkins Robotics, which is our unique AMR sortation system. This system is being deployed around the globe, and our primary mode of operation is to sort items, whether that be packages, going to your home, or items to the order going into the package to go to your home. And a few things about our technology that I want to point out to you today is that this is a rather mature technology. This has been around for years now. There are over 15,000 robots in operation and over 150 installations. So we're not immature or only have a few dozen robots out there in the field. We do e-commerce fulfillment, wholesale, returns, store replenishment, package sortation, kitting. There's a lot of different applications. In addition to that, we have many customers across a broad range of spectrum, but primarily we've had most of our customers in the retail industry. For example, 9 of the top 30 retailers in the United States are customers and use our technology, some of which are in massive rollouts across more than a dozen sites. We can build a system because of its modularity and the way it's constructed, as small as you would like or as large as you would like. For example, we can go into the back room of a retail store and put one of our systems in. We can also go into a 1.5 million square foot distribution center and do up to 1 million units a day. Our largest system does 36,000 an hour. We have a system that's got 2,700 destinations and others proposed for over 5,000 destinations. The system is scalable, it's modular, it's configurable. It's a very unique application, much different from the traditional automation systems of the past. We have intellectual property, we have patents, and in addition to that, we have flexible financing. For example, we can sell the system to you as a capital sale, we can lease it to you in a long-term lease, or we can do robots as a service, which is a brand new offering that we just announced yesterday here at Modex. So why do people want to buy our technology? Number one is the flexibility. Everything in one of our systems, and you see a couple of pictures of systems on the lower part of the screen, but everything you see in that picture is on wheels. You roll the assets off a truck, you hook it together like Lego blocks, and then you put the robots on it and start using it. It's rapidly deployed, it's very configurable, it's scalable. I can add a robot to a system in 30 seconds. I can add 16 sort destinations on a single table, for example, in a matter of an hour. And the entire time that's happening, I don't have to do anything with the system as it's running. The system just keeps on chugging away. So it's modular, scalable, configurable, and even more importantly is it's portable. If you want to pick it up and move it to another location, you can. In addition to that, once you understand the flexibility, let's keep in mind the other key reasons why people like this technology. One is it takes up less space, 2, it costs less, 3, it deploys more quickly, and 4, it actually saves more labor. So compared to the traditional systems, whether that be a put wall or a tilt tray or a cross barrel type sorter, this system has all of those features. As a matter of fact, we've had a couple of customers tell us some information, such as for a high-end tilt tray or cross belt sorter, that we are half the lead time, half the cost, and about 1/3 of the space, just to give you an example. So this system has a higher uptime because it's battery operated. The robots are self-charging, self-diagnosing. They take care of that on their own, on the fly. And so this is a very unique system and very different from what you've seen in the past. There are multiple models. You can see a variety of them on the screen here for our basic T-sort solution package. So there's the mini, think pharmaceutical, cosmetic, jewelry. There's the T-sort. This is perfect for the vast majority of goods and for small parcel. And then there's the plus model, which we can use for larger packages, big, bulky, and up to 30 kilos. 2 of these models come with cross belt tops or tilt tray tops. And the solutions can be deployed across a variety of applications for various customers. I talked a moment ago about the different types of applications, As you can see on the screen, there's quite a bit. We can work in large facilities, small facilities. A unique thing about our technology is you can deploy it at a site where traditional automation would not work. Remember I was saying less space, less cost, less lead time. So now, and it's highly configurable, so I can add to it, take away from it, move it, etc. as I want to over time. So now it's easier for a smaller firm that never could have afforded traditional automation to get into the automation arena. And so we deploy this type of technology across e-commerce order fulfillment, sorting this microphone and this clicker into a destination to be packed and go to your home. For store replenishment, where we'll be filling up cases and totes with goods that are going to the store to restock the shelves. We use it for returns, we use it for small parcel, we use it in postal. You can see a wide variety here. And I'd like to point out one area that's rather new to us, and that's micro fulfillment. Whether we're talking about a dark store, the back of a store, or a hyper-local location, we can use this technology for micro fulfillment. The interesting thing about this is as I said before, we can make the system as big or as small as you would like. So when you look at this graphic over here, we actually can put it in the back of a store all the way up to 1.5 million square foot facility. So it's very unique and interesting how the Lego block type design allows you to make it into whatever shape and whatever size you want it to be. I would say the last 12 to 18 months, we've really done a lot of work with other robotic solutions. As a matter of fact, of all the people that are speaking in this series, I counted it up on the board, 8 of them have collaborations ongoing with us, and there's another 4 that are in conversations with us. So well over half of the people speaking in this series are either already working with us or thinking about working with us. And so if you think about our T-sort system, which is on the upper left of the screen here, think about adding robotic pick and place. Whether it's a +1 or a right hand or a Mugen or someone like that, they can actually pick up goods and put onto our robots, so we automate the induction process. We're also working with ASR as solution providers such as AutoStore. There are multiple sites right now where an AutoStore and our T-sort system are 1 inch apart, and the operator picks out of the pick port and puts onto the robot. We're working with goods-to-person AMR solution providers, such as Swisslog with their carry pick and gray orange, where the shelving pod can be delivered to our induction location. And then last but not least, on the pick assist human type picking, think about Fetch and 6 River, we can do a batch pick with those machines and feed our induction stations. In addition to all of these, we're talking with automated packaging solution providers and a variety of integrators and other firms. So the point here on this page is you can combine our technology and our system with other robotic solutions to automate more of the end-to-end flow, drive a greater ROI for the customer, and enhance their overall capacity, longevity of the assets, and their capabilities. I want to spend a few minutes talking about a couple of new technologies that we have in our booth here at Modex that we're pretty excited about. The first one would be Exchange. So Exchange has 2 versions. One is moving bags, think USPS bags or UPS bags full of small packages, and it works by lifting up the load and carrying it to the side to a drop-off and bringing an empty bag. But the one we're more excited about is the Exchange Tote, and that's what you see here on the screen now. This machine automates the automation, sortation, order fulfillment process on the exit side. Let me give you an example. In an e-commerce environment, you may have 3 or 4 times the number of people on the outbound side of an order fulfillment than you do on the inbound side. So for example, if you're putting items into automation, you're doing that at a high rate. The people clearing the chutes and taking the orders out in e-commerce, which may average 2.5 or 3 pieces per order, there's more people, 3 or 4 times more people doing that. No one has automated the exit side of sortation. And so this new machine, Exchange, does exactly that. It will go into an operation, pick up a completed order or a full container, put it into the vertical stack on the machine, grab an empty out of that vertical stack, and put it back in. And so it does that over and over again until it's full of completed orders, carries them out to a drop-off point, whether that be a conveyor or a pack station or wherever, grabs some more empty containers and goes back in and repeats the process. So this is really exciting to us. We've got multiple customers that are already existing customers with T-Sort that are looking to deploy this in the next 12 months. It's in our booth here at B7240 at Modex, and please come by and take a look at it. Pretty exciting. I also want to talk about our T-Sort 3D. So T-Sort 3D, our robots typically run in a horizontal plane and sort into a destination. What we've done is we've coupled our robots with an XY crane that moves back and forth, up and down, and sorts right or left. And so now, in our typical system, we gave up 6 sort positions alongside of our platform and replaced it with anywhere from 24 to 48 sort destinations. And so this is in our booth as well. This allows us to do designs with 5,000 or more sort destinations in a single system and pick one large batch to feed all of those locations and all those orders at once. The traditional highly dense sortation systems and order fulfillment systems on the market that are out there right now, they usually are just a small module that can do maybe 1,000, 1,500 items per hour to several hundred destinations. Imagine doing 15,000 an hour off a single large batch pick, feeding 5,000 destinations in a single system. That's what this is. And so it condenses the footprint, it increases the number of orders, and we think this is ideally suited for e-commerce order fulfillment. There are already 700 of these XY cranes that are deployed. So once again, this is not immature technology. This is technology that's been around for a bit, and we're now rolling it out here to the US. The last thing I want to talk to you about today is micro-fulfillment. So there's a lot of providers out there that are doing micro-fulfillment, and they're typically doing it with an ASRS or automated storage and retrieval system. Well, every site does not justify that amount of capital investment, space, etc. They're very expensive systems. So we've come up with an application of our T-Sort technology that can go in the back room of a store or a dark store or wherever you want to put it. That's faster deployed, it costs less money and takes up less space, and it automates part of the process. And so we believe that certain locations don't deserve any automation. They don't have the problems that drive a need for automation. Certain locations will deserve, and you can economically justify, the ASRS type solutions. But there's a middle range where no automation doesn't work for you, and the high automation, the expensive automation, doesn't work, where we think the T-Sort micro-fulfillment solution will work. And so that could be in the back room of a store, it could be a dark store, it could even be in a vacant grocery store, somewhere in the local market that's doing home delivery for, say, a 10-mile radius. It also can go into urban locations where you can have the system on the ground floor, you do receiving and shipping and the order fulfillment on the ground floor, and you have inventory on 3 or 4 levels above that, and you use elevators to bring the goods up and down. So this technology can be a standalone. It also could be matched up. You see a picture here on the bottom of the page where our T-Sort is in a micro-fulfillment center. This is actually a design that's in process right now to be installed. And so this allows us to take our technology, build a small system in the back of a store, a little bit bigger system in a dark store, and an even larger system serving a metropolitan area. And so there's multiple ways we can deploy that. So that is the gist of what I was here to talk to you about, just to give you an overview of Tompkins Robotics. You can reach us at our website, which is www.tompkinsrobotics, all one word, .com. We're glad to talk to you, and we can take you on site tours. We can demonstrate in our lab in Orlando. We can do that virtually or in person. We had 93 people do a virtual demonstration with us back in December. So glad to meet with you, talk with you about your potential projects and how we may be able to work together. Thank you very much for your time today.